Hello and welcome everybody to the in-depth look at low-sec mining in EVE Online. This is going to be an overdue follow-up video to the one I made about low-sec mining using a cruiser. But since the release of several new expansions, we now have the Venture Mining Frigate available for us, which is an awesome ship because it comes with built-in +2 warp core strength stabilizer. The fit of the ship is quite simple, with Tech 2 mining lasers in the high slots, mining laser upgrade in the low. The middle slots are customizable to your liking, but what I have installed is the micro warp drive to help me set up the bookmarks and insta-undock safe spots, as well as I have the survey scanner to let me know how much ore there is per asteroid. The third mod that I have installed is the ECM. And the reason I have it is just in case 2 or more frigates warp in on me and try to warp scramble me, maybe I'll have a chance by initiating the ECM and disrupting their targeting abilities. Because even though the ship offers +2 warp core strength, in case there's 2 more frigates, you won't be able to escape. Venture also has the ability to fit some drones, and my recommendation is to use the simple Tech 1 mining drones to increase your mining yield. If the rats show up, there's no way that you'll be able to output enough DPS or be able to tank them long enough for you to survive, so there's no sense in wasting combat drones. Now, one of the most important aspects of mining in low-sec is picking the right low-sec system, just so that you minimize your chances of getting ganked. What you want to do is go on your map, and under the statistics folder, the first thing you should look at is the number of ships destroyed in the last hour. That'll tell you right away how active the system is when it comes to piracy and ganking. Looking at the number of jumps within the last hour will also help you ascertain how much traffic moves to the system. After you have selected your system, it is also a good idea to check on the number of average pilots in space within the last half an hour. That'll let you know if anybody's out there actively doing missions or perhaps riding in the asteroid belt. The less pilots there are, the better it is and safer it is for you. The vast majority of people you will encounter in low-sec will never pass up an opportunity to destroy a mining frigate, so you should always practice the avoidance strategy. The first order of business once you dock at your station of choice should be to set up the insta-warp bookmarks outside of your station. These bookmarks greatly minimize the line time needed for you to warp out and will protect you from anybody trying to target you outside of the station. As soon as you undock, simply turn on the micro warp drive and wait for your ship to reach a distance of about 150 kilometers away from the station. While my ship is trying to put some distance between it and the station, I can show you how I set up my overview to look at other ships present in the system. So we start by adding a new tab. We'll name it Hostiles. And then we go into Open Overview Settings. We're going to deselect everything that was there before and select all of the ships as well as the pirate NPCs. And also personally I like to select the scanner probe charge to see in case somebody's trying to scan me down. Although when you're mining in low-sec, likely people will be bouncing from asteroid to asteroid and they can easily find you with their D-scan. We're gonna save the overview once again as Hostiles. And now that we have that, we can use our directional scan to display only the ships in the area. When your D-scan uses the active overview settings, it will only use whatever is in your overview tab. And now that my ship has reached sufficient distance away from the station, I will set up an insta-dock bookmark. We'll name it something appropriate. Usually I like to give it the kilometer value away from the station. And with this out of the way, now it's time to set up the bookmarks for the ore we're going to be mining. We're going to warp to the first asteroid belt at 70 kilometers away. Just in case there's any rats there, I would like to have ample time to set up my bookmark properly, without having to worry about rats shooting at me. While we're warping away, I'm going to set up another tab just to monitor my mining. So create a new tab. Once again, we're going to go into Overview Settings. I'm going to deselect everything, and I will select only the Hedberg Guide ore. This is currently the ore that pays the most, whether you're refining it or selling it directly on the market. And usually when I mine, I like to go for the most expensive ore, so there's no need for me to select anything else. We're going to save this label. So as you can see, there's a few rats in this asteroid belt, but they're far away, so there's no sense to worry about them. And now I'm going to select the glazed head brogite, which is a plus 10% variant of the original head brogite, so it gives you more minerals. Also, it's more expensive on the market. And I'm going to repeat this process for just about every asteroid belt in the system. Once you have bookmarked every asteroid that you wanted, now it's time to start mining. The first thing you'll want to do is align to a point in space, like a space station or an asteroid belt. When you keep it aligned, in case somebody warps in, you'll be able to warp out as soon as possible. And we're going to take a look at how much ore there is in this asteroid, and there's plenty. So now we can start deploying our mining drones to help expedite the process. With the skills that I currently have in the setup of the ship, it takes me about 10 minutes to fill up the cargo hold. That is 10 cycles of the T2 mining lasers. Once the cargo hold is full, we can start heading back to the station. And as you can see, after 10 minutes, the estimated value of my cargo is 1.1 million ISK. It isn't really a large sum for mining profession in general, but for mining in a frigate the profit is higher than it would have been in high sec. Granted, this is only the estimated value of our cargo hold. What we're going to do is go into the market and check out the current value of the ore. And as you can see, it's about 700 ISK per unit in the best selling system. So that comes out to about 1.2 million ISK for this run. So it's a little bit higher than the estimated price, which is always a good surprise. In general, mining in low sec yields higher profit for a solo frigate miner. The profits will be even higher if you have good refining skills. Not to mention that it is much easier to transport the minerals rather than the ore outside to the high sec market hubs. That in itself presents an additional challenge aside from the inherent danger of being ganked while you're mining. And of course, the greater the risk, the greater is the profit. And it's a fun way to make mining more of an exciting profession in EVE Online. I hope this guide helped you out, and please leave a comment if you have any questions or general remarks. Safe mining out there!